Hello students, welcome to the video tutorial series on JavaScript, and in this session we are going to see about building blocks of JS. And the learning objectives of this session are data types, variables, even we are going to see about how to use escape sequences in JavaScript and how to declare a constant and how to concatenate the strings together, and even we are going to concentrate on different types of dialog boxes that are available in JavaScript. So let's get started with the first topic, that is data types. As we already know the meaning of data type, the data type meaning is it is used to identify the value of the variable associated with it. It means, imagine if you have in C language or C++, when we declare a variable, we'll use a data type like int a equal to 10. So it means what? A 10 value is stored in the variable a, and that a belongs to integer type. So we have some allocations, memory allocations for each and every data type. But whereas in JavaScript, we don't have anything like that. That is the reason JavaScript is lightweight scripting language. It doesn't have any particular memory allocations for the data types. So the program comes to know about the data type only when you assign the value to a variable. So we'll be seeing that in the programs to understand it better. So in general, the data types are used to identify the value of the variable, which I'm going to give for that. The data types are classified into two types, primitive and composite. So what is this primitive data type? Primitive data types are classified as these. The first data type is numbers. So we don't have here separately for integer, float, we don't have any numbers. So in general we have numbers data type. It contains both integer as well as floating point numbers. And even we have some values that we can get it back in numbers, that is NaN. NaN stands for not a number. This also I'll be showing you practically, but just now I'll get the meaning of that. If you assign a string to a variable and you are trying to convert into a number, string cannot be converted into a number. So at that time it issues an error. The error name is NaN, not a number. So I can't convert any other things into a number. At that time the error message is NaN, not a number. And even we can give infinity values, and it may be a positive infinity or negative infinity values also. This also will be testing in a. And later we have a string data type. The string data type, as we already know, string is a combination of characters. So in C language, for character we'll use single quotes, and for string we'll use double quotes. But in JavaScript, either you can use double quotes or single quotes for string. It doesn't make a difference. So either you can use a single quotes or double quotes in order to create a string in JavaScript. And the third one is Boolean. Boolean means it contains the values true or false, that is 0, 1 or 0. So if I want to test some relational operators, comparison operators, that the resultant value will be either true or false. So that comes under the category of Boolean. But whereas in C language we have 1 and 0, the output will be displayed as a number. But in JavaScript we don't have any number representation for true and false. True will be displayed as true itself, false will be displayed as false itself. And the fourth one is null. Null represents no value. It means we are not used to specify any value, just null means an empty space will be there, that's it. It doesn't have any value for that. And undefined. Undefined means if I declare a variable and if I don't assign a value to that particular variable, it comes under the category of undefined. So when you are not initializing the variable with a value, then automatically you'll get a data type known as undefined. I hope you understood this. Next we'll be seeing about composite data types. What are the different types of composite data types? Objects, arrays and functions. These are our upcoming videos anyhow. We are going to see about what is array, how to declare array, and what are the functions, and even we are going to concentrate on how to write an object-oriented program in JavaScript. So the next one is variables. Variables. What is a variable? Variable is like a container. That container contains the value. So whenever we want to store some value, we store in a variable. The rule for the variable is the first character must be a letter or an underscore. The same rule applies in C language or C++ also. So you can't give a number as the first character of a variable. So either it must be a letter or it must be an underscore. And I already said JavaScript is a loosely typed language, which means that it doesn't have any specific data type. So if I want to declare a variable in JavaScript, then I have to use the keyword var. So that is a keyword which we have to use in order to declare a variable in JavaScript. And how to declare, now you just see this, var space n I gave, that's it. I didn't give any value. What is the value of n? Nothing I gave. So if I try to print the value, I will get the output as undefined. It means I created a variable, but I didn't give any values for that variable. And the other data types, you just check it out, var n equal to 5. Now if you see here also we have n, it belongs to undefined. When for the same n variable, when I give the number 5, it becomes an integer type. For the same n variable, if I give 5.34, it becomes a float type. For the same n, if I give a hello as a string, it becomes a string data type. So you can understand one thing very clearly, that the variable is same. As soon as the value changes, the data type also changes. So this is the beauty of JavaScript. I hope so you understood this. Next we have a escape sequence. So what do you mean by this escape sequence? Escape sequences we are using on C and C++. The same kind of escape sequences you have here for the new line and backspace, double quotes, even you have for spaces. So all these escape sequences can be provided, but these escape sequences have some restrictions to be provided in our JavaScript. If I want to use this escape sequence, then I have to use along with the PRE tag. Please do remember, if I want to use all these escape sequences in my JavaScript program, then I have to use under the PRE tag. And what is the meaning of concatenation and constant? So imagine I have two operands, operand 1 and operand 2. They are concatenated. For instance, we have two strings, imagine, like little and second string is flower. If I want to concatenate it, I have to combine it. How to combine? By using the operator plus. So in JavaScript, we use the operator plus to concatenate the strings together. And constant, how to declare a constant? By using the const keyword. Same manner in C language also we use the same keyword, const. So I have to provide a const equal to value. So constant values cannot be changed. Even if you try to change, it won't change. So you have to understand these are the basics. So concatenation means it concatenates, it combines, it joins as two or more strings together using the operator plus. And if we want to declare a constant where the value must not change, then you can use the keyword const equal to then the value which you want to give. And the last one is the dialog boxes. And in this dialog boxes, if you see, it is mainly used to interact with the user. So dialog, it means I have to speak. Okay, I have to interact. So same manner, the dialog boxes will interact with the user and it comes under the object known as window. In JavaScript, the dialog boxes comes under the object known as window, and there are three dialog boxes. The first one is alert. Already we have used this in our programs quite often. So this alert function, this alert dialog box is mainly used to alert the user, where you get one box with a OK button, that's it. It just displays like an alert message to the user. And imagine if the user wants to take any input from the user, normally we will take from the text box. Even we can take the input by using the keyword, by using the dialog box prompt. If I use this prompt function, I can get the information from the user directly without using the text box. And the third one is confirm. Confirm is nothing but is used to get the confirmation from the user that whether it has to proceed or not. This normally will come when we type a document, and if we don't save and try to close it, it will ask a confirmation dialog box for us. Do you want to save this document? Yes, no, cancel. So that is a confirm, it is confirming from the user what operation has to be done. So in order to test all these things, we will see a program and you can understand it much better. Fine. Now we'll get back to the program. Now in this program, I'm going to demonstrate you with the help of variables and how to declare a constant and how to use the data types and other things. So first, we'll start a new program. And before starting, I'm going to save my program. Save as sample1.html. So this is my file which I'm going to save in my desktop. So sample1.html has been saved. Now I'm going to start typing my program, HTML, and inside that I'm going to create a head section. Inside that head section, I'm going to create a script, And I already taught you the attribute type. So this, for the first time, I'm going to use one more attribute to test it. So I'm going to use language is equal to JavaScript. So we can use both the attributes. Either you can use type equal to text slash JavaScript, or you can use language equal to directly JavaScript. Both are useful for the same purpose in order to tell the browser which kind of language that we are using. So first, to start with, I'm going to write a function, and here I'm writing call me is my function name. So inside this function, I'm going to create a variable. So how to create a variable? Var a. Okay, just declare var a. I'm not initializing any values. So just var a, and next I'm going to use document dot write, and within the parenthesis, the value of a is just I'm writing something, and now I'm going to concatenate. Now to concatenate with the variable, I have to use an operator known as plus, and then I have to use the alphabet a, the variable a. So I'm going to concatenate the string, the value of a is, along with the variable a. For that I'm using which operator? Plus operator. So that's it. Now inside the body section, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a button. So instead of form, I'll just create a button. Input type equals button, value equals click me, and as you already know that we have to give a on click in order to call this particular function. So I'm going to use on click equals, and what is my function name over there? Call me. Actually, I'm going to close my program. Now I've saved this file, save. Now I'm going to execute this particular program. So I'm going to just right click this, open with Google Chrome. Now my output is opening over here, and you can see there's a button being created. Now when I click on that button, I'm getting the output as value of a is undefined. We have already seen in the slides. I declared a variable, but I didn't assign any value for it, so I'm getting the answer as undefined. So now we'll get back to the program. Now if you see here, I'm getting the answer as undefined because I didn't give any value for this particular variable. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a value, var a equal to 10. Now we'll check it. Just I'm going to save this and just refresh this page. Now again I got the button. When I click this button, the value of a is 10. Just notice that point. I didn't change the variable. I just changed the value present in that particular variable. Earlier I didn't give any value. It was undefined. Later I give the value as 10. Now if I give 10.6, and now you see from integer, I just change the value to 10.6. When I refresh and click that, I will get 10.6. So from this we can understand that value when it goes inside the variable, the data type is determined. Data type is not determined previously itself. After giving the value only, we'll come to know about the data type. And you can see here there is no space between is and 10.6. And if you want to provide a space between is and 10.6, now you see here there is no space over here. So how to provide a space? Just give one more concatenation operator and then give two double quotes so that we'll get a space over there. Now you just refresh this. When you click on click me, you see here the differences. I'm getting a space over here earlier which I didn't get. The value of a is space, then 10.6. I got the answer now. Earlier I didn't get because I gave a space now. So whenever if you want to concatenate, now you see this is a string. I'm concatenating this string with this string using the concatenation operator. Again I'm concatenating the space along with this variable using again a concatenation operator. So concatenation operator is nothing but plus, which concatenates the value. And for a change, instead of a, I'll give null directly. Now you can see here when I give null, the value of a is null. And I didn't give it in the double quotes also null, which the JavaScript provides automatically. So when we use that, the value of A is empty, nothing. No values are there present inside. So these are the various data types available. So in this particular video, we concentrate only on primary data types. We will not concentrate on composite data types. We concentrating on objects, arrays, and functions in the later videos. I hope you understood that. And now what we are going to do is I want to declare a constant. If I want to declare a constant, how to declare? Now what I'll do is I'll give this value as 10. So after that I'm going to declare a constant. So what I'm going to do is const is a keyword, b is equal to 20. And you can see there for b is a constant over here and a is a variable. Fine. So document.write, the value of a is a, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the same thing here, and the value of b is b. I'll just see what happens. I'll get the output as the value of a is 10 and value of b is 20. And you can see here it's not coming to the next line. I'll show that how to use that in the next line in our next program. And you can see here the 20 is been displayed, so constant is created. But how to check it's a constant? Because constant values must not change. For that also I'll show you a proof. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to increment the value of a equal to a plus 1. I'm incrementing the value of a. So now I will just check it how the output will turn up. See here the value of a is 11 and the value of b is 20 because I didn't increment the value of 20. Now I'm going to increment the value of 20 also. B equal to b plus 1. B equal to b plus 1. Now you see here already my 10 value 10, a value is 10 and b value is 20. When we printed earlier, I got value of a is 10, value of b is 20. Now I'm incrementing the value of a to 1 and value of b also to 1. So now we'll check what happens. Now when I click on this, I'm getting error messages. Why? Because constants cannot be incremented. Now if I comment this, just see this. I'm just commenting this b equal to b plus 1 because b cannot be incremented, right? It's a constant. Because of that only I'm not getting the output. Now when I refresh this and when I click on this, now you see I'm getting the output. Just I commented that b equal to b plus 1. So our browser interpreter cannot increment or cannot change the value of a constant. That is the reason we are not able to get the output on the screen earlier. I hope you understood the difference between variable and a constant. And regarding escape sequence, now we'll concentrate on escape sequence. Just I'll remove this constant values. Now you can see here if I want escape sequence, I'm going to create one more variable, or constant also you can use 20. Now you can see here after this particular line in our output it's coming the same line. Now already we have seen some escape sequences like /n. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give /n over here. Okay, I concatenated with the /n. So what it means, document.write value of a is 10. Next line, value of b is 20 must come. Now I'm saving this. I'm just going to the browser. Just click me. Again, I'm getting the same line only. I'm not getting in the next line. The reason is here this /n, our browser interpreter is not able to recognize that is an escape sequence. So how to make it understand that that is an escape sequence? So what you have to do is just you have to provide pre tag, which we learned in our HTML, and end with pre tag. And remember this pre/n must be within the double quotes. So it has to be within the double quotes. Now I'm saving this. After I save, just refresh it. Now when I click that, now you can notice that value of a is 10. In the next line, I got value of b is 20. I didn't get in the same line because I gave the escape sequence the new line. And I want to print everything in the new line. I hope you understood the meaning of escape sequence. That's the reason in our slides I said that we have to use the pre tag if I want to use. But just see the difference between this and this. Now I'm using one alert. I'm going to just print the value of a is plus a plus, I'm going to use /n \n again plus the value of b is plus b. Now you see here the same thing I wrote, one using a document dot write. In that I used PRE tag. If I don't use PRE tag, it was not coming. Now I'm using an alert box. In that same thing I gave value of a and value of b I'm printing, but this time also I gave /n. So I didn't give PRE tag. Now let's see a difference. What happens? I'm saving this. I'm going to my browser. Just click on this, and you can see over there the alert message. The value of A is 10. After that, the value of B is 20. So in alert, we need not give PRE tag. So in order to illustrate that only I said that. In alert message, you need not give. In alert box, you need not give PRE tag if you want to print in the next line. Just directly you can give /n. But instead, if you want to do that in a document.write, then just if you give /n, it won't work. Then you have to change with the PRE tag. I hope you understood that. And now we already saw about alert. There are two more boxes that we have seen in the slides, that is prompt and confirm. So what I'm going to do is I'll just delete all these things. I'll just get the input from the user. For instance, like where A is equal to prompt, and as soon as I type prompt, it is showing me string message and string value. So what you want to print as a message? So I'm going to print as a message like enter the first number. Enter the first number will be the message for my prompt, and the value will come under the text box. Okay. So if you want to specify the value, then I have to give the value like anything you can give. For instance, like enter number. Now to show you the difference, I'm typing only this. So enter the first number will come as a message, and enter number will come as a value inside the text box. Now imagine after getting the prompt, I want to confirm from the user. I'm using a if condition there. Confirm. I want to display the message like do you want to something. Do you want to continue? Do you want to continue? Some message I'm displaying, and then I'm giving I'm closing this confirm box, and then I'm giving double equal to true. Now if you give this, now you can see that what I'm going to do here is, if I will get a confirm box, if I click do you want to continue with the message, in that I'll be having some options, and if the option is true, then it will display alert display the same number which you entered, the value, or else the first number is plus, and which number we took here, in which variable A. So I'm providing the same variable A, and I'm closing it, and in the else part I'm going to just display an alert message. Thank you. That's it. Fine. Now you can see the difference over here. Only if the user says yes, it will display the alert message, the first number is. If the user says no, it will directly display the thank you message. And notice one point very clearly, I didn't use any text box, but I took the input from the user using the function known as prompt, alert box known as prompt. And I'm saving this, file save. I'm just refreshing. As soon as I click the button, I'll get a prompt box. This is a prompt box over here. It is asking, just check it out, enter the first number. This is the message, and inside the text box you can see a value, that is enter number, which I gave in the program over here. Enter number, that will come inside the text box. Enter first number will come as a message. Now I'm entering a number, for instance like some 10. I'm entering a number known as 10. You can enter any number. As soon as I click OK, now you see there are only two buttons in this prompt. When I click OK, it gives me one more box. It is asking me, do you want to continue? So this is the confirm box. I'll just show you in the code. This is a confirm box. Confirm, do you want to continue? It is asking me. Again, two options are there. OK, cancel. If I press OK, the boolean value will be returned as true. So true equals to true. When I click OK, it will display me the first number is 10. And you can notice first number is 10. Fine. So it is asking me a message where I have to choose either this or that. If I click OK, the answer is true. If I click cancel, the answer is false. So again, I'll refresh this. I'll just click on that. Again, I'll enter some number, this time 23, some other number. OK. Last time I clicked OK. When I clicked OK, I got the first number is. Now I'm going to click cancel instead of that. I'll not get that. I'll get one more alert box, which is a thank you. If it is false, now I click cancel. So false equal to true is not true. So it comes to the else part and displays thank you over here. So I hope you understood this. So prompt, confirm and alert are the three dialog boxes which we can use in JavaScript. I hope you understood that. Now let's get back to the slide. So we came to the end of the session. In the next session, we'll be concentrating on operators and control structures. Thank you. Thanks a lot.